Hello, people. How are you doing today? My name is Bayo Ajibola, and I'm welcoming you to my channel today. Today, we're going to be discussing a very important topic, and I will implore you to just hang on in there. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Yes, welcome back. Today's topic is how to know if he is husband material. How to know if he is husband material. You have a man in your life, and it has gotten to a stage now you just want to be extremely careful and be 100% sure that he is husband material. So, how do you get to know if he's husband material? How do you know if he's suitable for you? Because the question to ask now is not how do I know is the one, but rather the question should be how do I know he is the right one for me? How do you know he is the right one for you? Because this is about compatibility now. Sorry, it has to do with how compatible this guy is. Is it compatible with you? Are you on the same level when it comes to compatibility? Because this is about compatibility right now, like I said. So how do you know where exactly is the starting point for you as a woman? I dare say the starting point for you as a woman is you yourself. You yourself. You need to first know who you are as a woman. You need to first of all know who you are as a person. Because if you don't know your own personality, it will be difficult for you to even know what you want or what will be compatible or who is going to be compatible with you or with your life. So the starting point is about compatibility. You cannot afford to fail the compatibility test. You can't afford to do that. You cannot, because you grew up in a home, in a different family, in a different setup. This man obviously grows up in his own settings too. So we're talking about two different people with two different personalities coming together now. And you cannot just match the two together if they are not compatible. The compatibility test has to be there. You cannot afford to fail when it comes to compatibility. This person has to be compatible with you. But how will you know if it's compatible with you if you truly or you do not even know who you are yourself? Hence, what I said earlier on, that the starting point for any woman or any lady is to be sure who they are themselves, who they have themselves. When it comes to, still talking about compatibility right now. Because a woman can help a man, but she can't make a man. A woman can help a man, but she cannot make a man. Because this guy has already passed through his formative age. He's a grown adult. His personality, everything is formed already. So even if he comes into your life, there's a little you can do. He's made already. So you can only help one way or the other, but we're talking about marriage here. It's a very, very important thing, and you cannot afford to just settle for anything. You cannot just afford to just overlook certain things. Most of the important things that I'm going to be listing out today. So a woman can help a man, but she cannot make a man. Hence the need for you to be 100% sure that this man you are thinking of getting married with is actually compatible with you. And for you to be able to determine that, you actually need to know who you are yourself. Who you are yourself. Because when we bring this topic on, and people will be talking about, oh, it is compatible, and no, people will be talking about, oh, potential. Oh, it's got potentials. Yeah, that's the word. It's got potential. So, and a lot of the time they mix this up with financial side of things. It's got potential as maybe the only thing I've heard a lot of women talking about is maybe on the career side, on the monetary or financial side, thinking that, oh, maybe he's working in a good company, or is from a rich family and he's got potential. Everything they're talking about revolves around money. But this thing goes beyond somebody having money to spend, or extra money coming from, or have a good job. It goes beyond that, because what is the usefulness of a man that has got money in his pocket that is not compatible with you, or even an horrible, a bad man? So those it is important. Money is important, but the other thing that I think is far more important, which are the things we're going to be discussing today. So you should actually allow the man to prove himself before you approve him, before you approve a man. You should actually allow him to prove himself, his true self to you, before you start to approve that, okay, he's got he's the husband material to you. You understand? Because he has to be on a personal thing, on a personal level. It has to be what is compatible and what is suitable to you as a person. Because what is suitable to you as an individual might be different from what is suitable for another person. So it has to be a personal thing, that is this guy suitable or compatible to you. So that is what we're going to be discussing today. So how to know if he is the one? So I'm going to be discussing with you 8 signs is husband material. 8 signs for you to take note of to make sure that this guy is husband material. Number 1, he prioritizes your relationship. He prioritizes your relationship. So we're talking about commitment and priority. Is it the type that, while you are still dating and everything, your relationship means a lot to him? He bends over double to sustain and maintain that relationship. Everything he's working towards is about how to keep and maintain and oil the relationship. Everything that he's thinking about, every of his move, every of his activities, every of the thing he's talking about, everything he's into, everything he's doing is mainly focused in keeping the relationship together. That means that relationship means a lot to him, because it is a very important point, because marriage is not an easy thing. Marriage is not it's not full of bed of roses, like they say. Like they say, marriage is full of ups and downs. Marriage is full of difficulties. Marriage is full of challenges. So when a man prioritizes a relationship, your relationship, the relationship you have together, that means is 110% devoted to that relationship. That means eventually when you get married, when hard times comes or when difficult time comes, he's there. It's not going to be the type that will just run away because there is problem. He'll be the one that will put his head down and dig deep and trying to find the solution or a way out of that particular problem. So that's my point number 1. He prioritizes your relationship. Then point number 2, he cares about your family and his family. He cares about your family and his family. We're still on the topic of how to know if he is husband material. He he cares about your family and his family. Because how he treats your family is very, very important. how he treats people that are your own people is very, very important. He might not necessarily like them, they might not necessarily like him, but he is able to respect them and is able to accommodate them and is able to tolerate them only purely because he likes you and is in love with you. And it doesn't matter what your family, do to him. He wouldn't fall out with you because of that. He will say, okay, fine. I mean, he will develop obviously a coping mechanism, how to deal with your family. I'm talking about if they are horrible to him or if they don't like him. Are you getting my point? So he's not going to just leave it and go away. He will stick. He'll stick by you. He will stay there mainly because he likes you. And if it happens to be that your family likes him a lot, and he likes them too, and they're so much into each other that they're more or less like friends. They can, even when you are not around, they can be together and relate with each other and be friendly with each other. That is a very big sign for you to know that is a husband material. And I'm also going to add to this when it comes to how he cares about your family. I'm also going to add how he cares about his own family also is very important. How he cares about his own family. Because if he cares a lot about his mom, if he cares a lot about his dad, if he cares a lot about his siblings and everybody in his family, that really tells you that he's a good guy. So he cannot just be selective now, because that is actually his true quality. That is actually his true nature. You understand? So because if he's treating his mom or his dad or his parent or his siblings in a very shabby way, he doesn't really respect them, then you will be deluding yourself that, all of a sudden, because he knows your family or he's going out with you now and he gets to know your own family, he's going to respect them. No, he's not going to respect them. He's not going to respect them. I'm actually going to tell you that the way he treats his own family is exactly the way he's going to treat your own family too. So that is another very important point. He cares about your family and his own family. Then number 3, he takes care of you when you are sick. He takes care of you when you are sick. Yeah, people fall under the weather and things like that. This is a guy that, okay, even though you are not married, but you are in a relationship, the moment you put a call through to him or whatever, that, you're under the weather, you're sick or whatever, boom, he's right there next to you, taking good care of you, cuddling you, cooking for you, be there with you. Maybe you need to go to the hospital, or if it's not something that serious. I mean, he is right there. He's not there he's not only going to be there with you when when things are going rosy, but even during the downtime, he's also there with you. So that is another quality, another thing for you to know that he is husband material. Number 4, is he dependable? Is he dependable? So, I mean, this could mean for either financially or physically or emotionally. Is he somebody you can talk to? Is he a good listener? Is he dependable when it comes to things generally? Like I said, either financially or emotionally or physically. So that is another very good point. Is he a dependable guy? Number 5, do you share the same values? Do you share the same value? This is very important. This is very, very, very important. This is one of the points that, in fact, you have to really hold on to very well. Do you share the same value system? Do you share the same value? Do you share the same outlook towards life? Do you share the same understanding of what marriage or family is all about? Do you understand? Because what I said at the initial stage is that you grew up in a different family settings, and obviously he is raised in a particular way, and you are also raised in a particular way. So if your value system doesn't align with each other or even as close enough to each other, then there will be problem. There will be friction. There will be a lot of fight because you will never understand each other. There will be arguments all of the time, and it will get to a stage that you will not start to think that, oh, you've actually ended up with the wrong guy. And a lot of marriages that is broken today, a lot of divorce rate that is going high today. I honestly think it's got to do with a different value system. Two different people coming together with two different value systems, with two different values and outlook towards life. Do you understand? So that is very important for you to come together with a man and decide that, oh, he's going to is good enough for you. You're going to spend the rest of your life with him as the wife, and he's going to be your husband, because this is like till death do you part. So that aspect of this is very, very important. Do you share the same value system? Do you share the same value? Do you look at life almost the same way? Because if not, there will be a big problem. There will be a big problem. How does he understand what family is? What does he understand about family, about relationship, about marriage? Is it like a traditional guy that feels, oh, the husband has to be the boss and you have to control your wife, in all those kind of old ways of doing things? You don't know, and you need to know. So, or is it the one that have the same belief system like you, that actually fine, he is the husband, you are the wife, is you are actually partners in that marriage, you are partner in that relationship. You understand? You are partner in that relationship. You are his helpmate, and he sees you as his helpmate. He doesn't see you as a slave. All of this thing is very important, and you need to actually be sure that this is his you share the same value with him. So that is point number 5. Point number 6, is he an honest guy? Honesty is equally very important, because from little things you can actually tell what he's going to do with bigger things. If he's being honest with little things, then definitely that is his character. Honesty, that kind of character is ingrained in him. That means if he's honest with little things, then you obviously be honest with bigger things. And how do you know? And that brings me back to, I think I did a video a while ago that, you about courtship. I'm a very great advocate of courtship. And you get to know all of these things that I'm listing here why you are courting each other. And these are the things that you cannot just overlook. If the guy is not being honest with little things, then you'll be deluding yourself, thinking when big things come, he's going to be honest with you. No, he's not going to be honest with you. He is not going to be honest with you. So while courting and having in your courtship, and things do happen, and it turned out that he's a very honest guy, I will be the first to tell you that is one of the quality for you to know that is husband material. So that's point number 6. Point number 7, is he a good communicator? Is he a good communicator? Forgive me. Point number 7, is he a good communicator? Because when we're talking about a good communicator now, because when things happen, and things will happen in your marriage, is it the type that we just bottle things up and hold it onto his soul, onto his mind or heart, and he's not even telling you what is going on? And you do ask questions that, oh, hi, is everything okay? And he say, yeah, everything is okay. Thinking that you are like a mind reader that will read his mind for you to know exactly what is wrong with him. If he is that type, that it doesn't communicate easily. He bottle things up. Then there's a problem right there. There's a problem right there because when you eventually get married to such a person, like I said earlier on, marriage is not bed of roses. Things will happen. You get angry at each other, you fight each other, and you make up and things like that. But if it's the type that just bottle things up and is not a great communicator, he doesn't know how to express himself or how to express his feelings, then there might be a problem. There might be a problem. So what I'm saying is you need him to be a great communicator, somebody that can, if it's something that you do or you did that is not angry with, you will bring it up in a loving way, in a constructive manner, and say to you, hey, you did something and I'm not really happy about it. And you sit down there and discuss it, and you listen to each other, and there will be this mutual respect between the two of you, and you move on from there. You move on from there. You don't need somebody that will just bottle things up and just hold on to things, and you are not a mind reader, for Christ's sake. So how will you know what is going on in his head if he refused to come out with it? So that's point number 7. A good communicator. He has to be a good communicator. Then number 8, he has innate desire to be a provider. Does he have innate desire to be a provider? You understand? Because that is one of the major things in a man. A man, man naturally, we are hunters. We go out to hunt for things. We go out to we want to provide. We want to take care of our family. We want to provide for our woman. You understand? And if he's got that kind of nature and that's like innate desire to be a provider, it is highly possible. And in fact, it's extremely possible. And I even assure you, it is possible that he's a very good, he's a hardworking guy too. Because you got to be hardworking to be able to provide for your family or for your woman or for your wife. So that's point number 8. That he has innate desire to be a provider. So all of these 8 points that are listed here, obviously you might want to add to it. Feel free and do that. And they are very, very important. And for you to be able to determine that, is this the man? Is this the right man for you? Not for just any other person, but for you. Because it has to be compatible. You have to be compatible with each other. So take note of all these 8 points. And until next time I see you, it is bye for now. And like the page, share the page, and hit the notification bell. The purpose of that is when next time I come online, you will be the first to get the notification. Bye-bye for now, and remain blessed.